All right. Welcome to the North Fork Experience, the podcast where we explore the journeys of exceptional individuals and businesses shaping our communities and industries. I'm your host, Kirk Hays, and today we have a true veteran of the Philadelphia real estate scene. She's a multi-year Philadelphia Magazine 5-star real estate award winner, a realtor whose business is built almost entirely on relationships, and the host of her own successful show, Pending and Trending. Please welcome Deidre Quinn.
Thank you so much, Kirk. Thank you so much for having me on today.
I love it, Deidre. It's fantastic to have you. Let's dive right into your North Fork experience here. Deidre, your business is a testament to the power of relationships, with up to 95% coming from referrals of repeat clients. What is the fundamental difference in how you approach a client relationship versus a transactional one? And how do you cultivate that long-term trust?
So, first of all, I think that initially you build that. However, most of our clients come to us from repeat clients, referrals. It's rare that we are transactional with anybody just doing one transaction in an online lead or something. So people come in with a certain amount of trust, and of course that was built over time. And really, it's just all about being about the client, and it's not about any transaction at all. I don't even look, people are like, oh, like sales. I'm not in sales. It is not a transaction to me. It's
Uh-huh.
a relationship, and how I actually help that individual, that family, that person, whoever that is, to investor to make their goal and get to the next phase of their journey.
Yeah, with numbers like that, it's obviously that people do have a lot of trust in you. When they can send out a referral for you and say, "Hey, listen, Deidre took really good care of me." When they have a family member, let's say, looking for a home, it's truly remarkable that you can have those kind of numbers coming from referrals. So it really is a testament to how much people trust you in that process.
It's all about them, really, and they know that. And when they work with us, I really believe that they wholeheartedly know that that's all that matters, is that they are successful in getting to the next stage of their journey in the best way possible, whether
Yeah, and
that's
that's
best.
something that's hard to fake. So I'm sure people are really seeing that trust in you. You come off as really genuine, and that shows and really helps you get that repeat business there.
Yeah, no, it's definitely and it's really it's really just about being genuine. That's really who we are. And it's really not a difficult. It's not like we
Absolutely.
plan it that way. We just That's really just how it's always been.
Yep. Absolutely. So you mentioned that attention to detail and follow through are two of your greatest strengths. Can you share a specific example where meticulous attention to detail made a critical difference in a client's outcome?
Well, that's a good one. I actually have a really good one for you for that. So here in Philadelphia, right, we get a lot of people that want to buy multi-units. They might want to live in a unit, rent the other unit, or perhaps they want to live in one, or perhaps they want to rent both units, or whether it's two or three or whatever that is. So in a lot of cases, you people will have a variance for the use. And if someone wants to buy a multi-unit and the property had a variance for that use, and the seller or owner didn't have a rental license for a period of 3 years, that variance can expire and that use can expire, which means that they may not be able to use it again as a multi-unit. And what you're actually buying is a single family.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's huge, because if you have somebody that really wants a multi-unit and that attention to detail is missed right there, and then they have a single family, well, they're not able to always get that use back the way they want.
Yeah, absolutely. What an important factor. And, it really takes someone with your experience and that attention to detail to navigate stuff like that, can really see those things that other people might miss.
Yeah, no, it really is. It's really important to make sure that you don't leave a stone unturned, and that you're actually checking all of those things.
Yeah, it's very critical for sure. So that's really great that people can trust you to do that. So education is one of your core values. How do you balance guiding your clients step by step with presenting them with all their options, ensuring they feel advised but also empowered to make the best decision for themselves?
Yeah, so first of all, I don't make decisions for anybody, right? So people are like, "Oh, well, you know what? Like what do you think? Like what?" And it's not about me, it's about them. And first of all, it's listening to what their needs are. And their needs may change throughout the journey too. So their needs may be one thing, and then suddenly their needs are change. So it's listening to what their needs are, and then navigating that, and then presenting the different options and then discussing and strategizing how that relates to their needs as they said them to me and as their needs how they're currently seeing them, and then discussing the pros and cons and then creating a strategy around really what the decision that's best for them is, and then how can we strategize to make that work.
Yeah, exactly. You said something really important there, presenting the different options, and that's real critical when you're in your business. Like you said, it's you can't just pick something for someone based on what they've said. You really need to dig deep a little bit, get to know them, and give them those options and kind of guide them in the direction that might be good for them, but ultimately let them make that final decision of what's going to fit them best.
Yeah, because sometimes they don't, when they initially start the process, they don't always really know until they get there, right? So it could be a situation where circumstances change and maybe they need to do something faster, or maybe something became important to them that wasn't important before.
Yeah, so it's so important just finding someone like you with that experience and know how to that really understands, what they might be looking for and understands maybe the different neighborhoods of Philadelphia and that can really guide them in that right direction that, to get them in the situation that's best for them.
Yeah, there's so many different things to consider.
Absolutely. So switching gears just a little bit here, you've been representing home buyers and sellers throughout the greater Philadelphia area for over 20 years. What is the most significant change you've observed in the Philadelphia market over the last 2 decades? And how have you adapted your strategy to remain successful?
Oh my goodness, what a question. Okay, so I'm going to date myself a little bit here, but let's just like picture um going around and picking up keys to go show properties. Let's
Mm-hmm.
picture a big MLS book at the front desk where people would call on properties and you're going through the MLS book to like find them. And let's picture standing over a fax machine at 10 p.m. in an office, waiting for page 5 to be refaxed because it didn't arrive, and waiting for those offers and hovering because you don't want anyone else to see your offer in a competitive
Uh
market.
huh.
And then let's also talk about meeting clients in person with carbon copies of agreements. So like, I mean, so everything in that aspect has changed if you really think about it. Now we have electronic signing. We meet almost everybody that we meet virtually over a video call, such as we're doing here, before we ever meet them in person. So it's either a buyer consult or a listing presentation or whatever that is, that's via video call.
Huh.
Electronic access to houses and like a carbon copy, what is that? So I mean, I really, and now even take that one step further to like social media and AI, and that just is a whole other world as well. So I mean, from that standpoint, really how we do everything, how we find homes for people and how we show them has changed.
Yeah, everything's changing so fast now. It's just hard to keep up with a lot of times, it seems. If you're not actively out there searching for what's going to work best for you, you might be falling behind a little bit. And it just creates another aspect of work that you guys have to do. I'm sure some of the stuff has made you quite a bit more efficient, but at the same time, it's hard to keep up with all the changes and the nuances that are happening so fast these days that, it just adds an extra layer to things for sure.
You definitely, I mean, I definitely stay on top by through education and through coaching and education and learning, because if I don't do that, I'll become a dinosaur and antiquated and not be able to, it's just a different environment, and you really have to be on top of all of that for marketing and everything that you do for your clients.
Absolutely. Yep. So we had a call before, and you mentioned that you're actively utilizing AI in your real estate journey. How are you currently integrating AI into your business operations, and what role do you see technology playing in shaping expectations in the greater Philadelphia real estate market?
Yeah, so first of all, it's already taken. I mean, it's already changed so much. I mean, think about it. I mean, and we've all used AI for some time. If you have like an Alexa or a Echo Show or Dot or any of those things in your house, right? Your phone, like it's all like AI. And so over a year ago, I started coaching with somebody. His name is John Lee, and he's out of London, and he is an AI social media coach. And I started coaching with him, and he does an amazing job, right? I'm on a couple sessions a month with him. I've gone to a couple of his masterminds. So I mean, I'm constantly learning and constantly growing. So that is really I think because it's changing so fast, like you don't just say, oh, okay, like I'm gonna stop now, it's over. It's not, because every time I like hop onto something, or if I go to another AI seminar, I'm like, there's a new app or there's this,
Uh-huh.
right? So I think that, technology is going to continue to evolve in real estate and in everything. Okay. So, I mean, in Philadelphia, they're like now beta testing the Ubers with no drivers. Okay. So I've seen them. They're driving around and they're like learning their maps. Okay. And there's no drivers in the car. Like, to me, that's going to be like, oh my goodness. Like, right. And then, I was at an airport over the summer, and you do your own order, and like this robot comes and delivers your food,
Uh-huh.
and you take your food off the robot. Okay, so it is going to be it's in every industry. It's already in our industry, of course, in many different ways. And I think that it'll continue. Like, it's going to continue to change our marketing and in some ways enhance things. There sometimes you don't know, are you talking to a real person, or is it AI? So I think that some of those things we're already like so used to, and it's already into our world. One of the things that has been most helpful to me, I would say, recently out of it is I created a persona in Chat GPT. So I have a marketing CEO, and that marketing CEO, like, I mean, I don't know what I would do anymore with that marketing CEO. It
Uh-huh.
tells me
Yep.
everything that I need to do, and it lays it all out for me. So from that aspect, like, I've embraced it, and I really like run with that part of it. And as far as how it changes, like, the market, I think it's already changed in some ways how buyers find homes,
Yeah.
and I
Yep.
think some of that will continue, and I think that we'll continue to see those changes. The one thing, though, that I think is really important to note is the one thing that I think remains the same is that people still need that one-on-one
Absolutely.
knowledge to help them through the process, and that's the piece that I believe will remain the same.
Yeah, you brought up a lot of good points there. That real estate and your business, it's always going to need that personal touch for sure. You're always going to have that, that person that can really understand what a buyer's looking for. But also, yeah, you said, as you said and you pointed out, AI is pretty much all around us already. It's integrated into a lot of our daily lives, whether you notice it or not, and especially for people in business, it's pretty active for sure already. And I always look at it as kind of a force multiplier. It's not something to be scared of. It's going to help you get more done, especially in a business like yours. It's moving efficiency forward, and it's helping you focus on more high value operations within your business rather than getting stuck in some stuff that you maybe don't want to spend time on.
And you know what? It's pretty fun to grow and to learn. I love to grow and learn new things. So I've really had fun, fun learning it, and watching it grow, and growing with it, basically.
Absolutely. Yep. So you've expanded your business into the Pocono community, working with a carefully crafted team. What is your strategy behind this expansion, and what are the key core values you look for in building a team to ensure consistent client experience across different regions?
Yeah, so Kirk, I'll be honest with you. It wasn't really a planned expansion. What really happened is I had been integrated in that community and had been going there and part of that community for over 30 years. And when I had friends looking to buy a second home, they were coming to me. It's repeat clients and referrals during COVID, basically looking to buy a second home. I was referring them to other people. And as I'm referring them to other people, I'm still going to see the house with them. I'm still attending some of the inspections. I'm still doing all of that. So then it was kind of like, oh, well, why am I referring all this out? So
Yeah. Uh huh.
honestly, it was organic. It was just an organic move that happened. And the repeat client business and referrals transferred very nicely to the Pocono market. And then I have a good relationship with other agents that I work with, and those agents refer me as well in the Pocono market. So that's kind of really how it happened. And as far as it, really the team part of it, it's really just the same core values as I look for in the Philadelphia market. And it's trust, being energetic, and it's of course always being about the client, and then really being knowledgeable, and digging in, and knowing your game.
Yeah, I'm noticing a real theme for you here, Deidre. Your ability to gain that trust and really work well with your clients has opened up quite a few opportunities for you here. So we like
Yeah,
seeing
it's the
that for
same,
sure.
right? It's the
Yep.
same.
That's great. That's fantastic. So you hold special designations like certified luxury home marketing specialist and senior real estate specialist. How do these specific areas of expertise allow you to serve a diverse range of clients, from luxury buyers to seniors making a transition?
Yeah. So one of the things is because of the way our business is built, it's never been about, okay, well, are you buying a piece of land for $10,000, or are you buying a house for $3 million, right? And it's never been about that. It's really been about, what do you need and how can we help you? So because of that, I am a member of the luxury division at EXP. And I also, I'm also involved in the senior real estate specialist. I have my my ABR designation. So I have all of those because I'm education driven. I love learning. I love growing. I love knowing everything about a topic, but I also need to be diverse so that I can help my clients and help my team help our clients in every aspect of their journey, whether it's, like I said, a piece of land that they're going to build on, or is it a, $2.5 million house that they're, turnkey walk in.
Yeah, that's great. So you and your team can serve pretty much everybody, and that's pretty awesome to see. And you take such a proactive approach on education that you can really help that a diverse range of people for sure. And yeah, that's
Yeah, and I like that because you know what? It's always, you might have the same person that is looking for a parcel to build on that is, you know, um, in a completely different price range in their primary residence. And so yeah, so it really helps us service a large range of needs, basically.
absolutely, yep, yep. So you embody the mantra of knowledge and experience combined with your best interest in mind. For a client who's either buying their first home or selling their 10th, what is one piece of advice you always give them at the very start of their journey?
Don't go it alone. Right? This is something that we do day in and day out, 7 days a week. I eat, sleep, and breathe it. And the average person is only going to buy one, two, five, possibly seven homes in their entire lifetime. And it is something that is well worth every penny to actually be advised and have somebody, a trusted person, to go through that journey with.
Yeah, that's just so important. You guys are in it every day. You know what to look for, what the red flags are, what the things you should stay away from, and what obviously the green flags are too in a transaction. So for someone to just try to pick that up and go at it alone without the real knowledge to jump into it, it can you can miss a lot of stuff that someone like you would see and be able to steer them away from, let's say.
Exactly, exactly.
So you host your own successful podcast, Pending and Trending, which focuses on expert strategies and market insights for real estate professionals nationwide. What inspired you to launch your own show, and what has hosting taught you about the industry that you didn't know before?
So, first of all, I started my own show. I was asked, I said yes. Okay. And that, I think, is part of my AI social media coaching that I'm doing. And I love doing things. I love being involved in everything. But I said yes. And I was like, wow, like, I never thought I was going to have a podcast. Like, why did
Uh
I say
huh.
yes? And then I was like, okay, well, you know what? Like, let's go with it. And I was working with a company, and they kind of laid it out. And it was very, I guess, systematized to a degree, which was very helpful because if I don't have it in my calendar, it doesn't happen, because that's just how my calendar gets, is over, so scheduled. So and then it really started out as, well, what do you want I want my podcast to help other real estate agents. Like, that's what I do. That's what I know. Like, I have a team. I help coach them through all these things. And then I'm like, as it progressed and as I had guests come on, it really took on a personality of its own, and
Mm-hmm.
it became less geared towards just real estate agents, and it became more geared towards, I would say, entrepreneurs in general, and people that really want to either build their wealth or get to the next step in their life, or perhaps, there's so many different angles of real estate out there as well. So there are, like, in one podcast on investments. And really what I learned, so it took on its own personality, which is really fun, because now it's not about even me anymore. It's totally about, or me helping other people. It's really about who the guest is, and what information they're sharing with the listeners. And it's just amazing to me. And selfishly, how much I have learned, I just can't even believe it. And I wish I would have started my podcast 10 years ago, because like how much more knowledgeable I would have been with all these people just sharing all of these avenues and ideas. And it's really just put me in touch with so many amazing people. And I love the fact that I can then share it with other entrepreneurs and listeners. And I just think that it's amazing. It's one of the best things I've ever done.
Yeah, I share exactly the same insights from starting this podcast. It has opened the door to me talking to so many interesting people. Selfishly, I've got so much knowledge from it, and it's just been such a cool experience that, like, I'm in Western Pennsylvania and can just hop on here and talk to, someone in the Philadelphia area and learn so much about what you have going on. It's just a unique experience for sure.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It
And then you
really
learn
is.
so
Yeah.
much, you meet so many people, and then it's like, you connect on social media, and you like, if you really think about it, it's like, my goodness, like how big how, like if you ever like have a question in a different topic, like, well, you know what? I can call Deidre in Philadelphia, because you know what? She's gonna know like about that multi-unit or whatever that is. And if you really think about that, I'm like, wow, I have to find a way to like put everybody and make sure that I keep track of everybody in my world, because it's so amazing to be able to learn all that and share all that. So it's really been fun. So I'm glad that you're doing it too, because it really is worth its weight.
Yeah, and again, selfishly, like it expands your network so much. It's so unique having this like network of people that I never would have talked to otherwise. That I can bounce ideas off of maybe, or it's just
Totally.
it's a great experience for sure. I've
Never
enjoyed
would have
it way
like
more than I
dreamed that.
thought I would, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, same. I never would have dreamed that, when I was said yes. I was like, okay, I guess I'll
Yeah,
try it.
I really got to do this. Huh? Yeah, that's great. Well, Deidre, this conversation's been incredibly insightful and truly showcasing your dedication to relationships, education, and client success over 2 decades. Your North Fork experience is a powerful reminder that in real estate, relationships truly are everything. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so very much, Kirk, for having me on. It was such a pleasure.
Excellent. So before we wrap up, for our listeners in the greater Philadelphia and Pocono areas who are looking for a realtor with knowledge, experience, and their best interests in mind, and for the real estate professionals who want to level up their skills on your show, what's the best way for them to reach out and learn a bit about your services and your podcast, Pending and Trending?
Yeah, so my podcast is Pending and Trending, and they can find that on the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube as well. And at Team Quinstagram is our team Instagram. And if, as long as they spell Deidre correctly, it's DeidreQuinn. I'm very public and easily found, and it's DeidreQuinn.com is our website, and they can find anything that they want to know or links to anything there.
That's perfect. Yeah, we had no trouble finding you to do a little research for the episode here, so we certainly appreciate the people like you that are easy to get a hold of. It makes our job a little easier when setting up these shows.
Easy, easy, right?
Yep. Yeah, we'll definitely make sure we include all those details in the show notes for easy access and so everyone can get a hold of you.
That's great. That's great. Thanks again for having me on, Kirk.
So that's all for this episode of the North Fork Experience. A huge thank you again to our incredible guest, Deidre Quinn, and thank you to all of you for tuning in. Until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep experiencing all that our communities have to offer. Thank you.